Hey everybody, today I will be showing you how I do my everyday makeup look. First I start by using my spoolie brush and brushing out my eyebrows. Then I take my e.l.f. cream eyeliner in coffee and I fill in anywhere where I think needs filling in.
I'ma bite your feelings out. I miss you in the basement, but your brother was a good substitute for you.
After I fill in my eyebrows, I use one of my concealer palettes and I use a shade a bit lighter than I am, and I use that shade to shape and highlight my eyebrows.
But you never really show me. And I can leave the party without ever letting you know.
So after I conceal my eyebrows, I take a very damped beauty blender and I blend out my eyebrows. And when doing this step, ladies, you want to make sure that your beauty blender or sponge is completely wet, but not to the point where water is dripping down your face. You want to make sure it's damped. So when you're washing your beauty sponge, squeeze it out really well. Now I use one of my LA Girl Pro concealers and I put it on my eyelid and use my beauty sponge to blend it out.
And I missed you in the basement. Yeah.
For my eyeshadow, I start by using a burgundy color from one of my e.l.f. eyeshadow palettes. I use it as a transition color right in the middle of my eyelid, the crease area, and I just use my blending brush and blend that out.
Never let me know. Say you're sorry, honey, but you never really show me. And I can leave the party without ever letting you know.
For the base part of my eyelids, I use almost like a banana colored eyeshadow, and I use a stiff brush and I just kind of pack it down onto my eyelids, and then I use my blending brush and I blend that all out together. After I add on my tapes to the corners of my eyes, I then use a brown eyeshadow color and I just, do the ends of my eyes. I do the top area, I just blend it all out. I really needed that darker color so it didn't look like I had nothing on my eyelids.
Say you're sorry, honey, but you never really show me.
So now I use one of my black cream eyeliners and I put the tape on there purposely for this part. I need it to help me do a more even and better wing. And after that, I take a black shadow and I darken up the ends of my eyeshadow where the wing part is. I add a little black shadow and I just blend it all together.
Rufus boy, let me love boy, what you know. Rufus boy, let me love boy, what you know. Rufus boy, let me love boy, what you know. Rufus boy, let me love. Caught up in my tape. Caught up in my tape. Don't care what you said to me, I'ma bite your feelings out. I miss you in the basement.
So now I'm using my Fit Me foundation and I use my beauty blender and I just apply the foundation evenly all over my skin and I just make sure that it's well blended. So now that it's time to highlight my eyes, I use the same concealer that I used to do my eyebrows and I highlight under my eyes, my nose, the top of my lip, my chin, and my forehead. I use my Beauty Blender to blend all of this out. I used the top part at first, but when I'm close to being done, I use the other end that I use for my foundation, just so that when you take those pictures with flash and it looks a bit ashy, this just kind of prevents that because you're blending your lighter concealer a little bit more with your foundation. Now that I'm up to my favorite part, I take my Ben Nye baking powder and topaz, and I use the same beauty blender, and I bake under my eyes, my nose, the top of my lip again, my chin, and I do my jawline area. While I'm baking, I like to do my mascara and also add my lip gloss. Now I use my big fluffy brush and I blend everything together, take off all the extra baking powder. And then I use one of my MAC foundation powders and I just use it in a darker color and I use it to contour my cheeks and my nose. For one of the last steps, I use the Sephora palette that I got, and it's an eyeshadow palette, but because the colors are so similar to highlighting colors, I just use it for the inner corners of my eyes, and then I use it for my nose and my cheeks. And this concludes my first YouTube video on my everyday makeup look, and I just want you guys to like, comment, subscribe, and share my video. Thanks for watching.